All right, let's give it a second. Let's give it a second. This is awkward occurrence or awkward entertainment. So I'm gonna give it a second for people to come in. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. All right, that's a second long enough. So it's been a slow, dull week in the Brian Laundrie case. Even though it's the beginning of the week, there's been no new news. There's been nothing at all. There were reports of a bottle found by a TikToker at the Carlton Reserve. Police didn't want to touch the bottle because they said it wasn't important, so they didn't pick it up. They told the person to take it home, do whatever you want with it. Miss Laundrie was spotted in a black dress before Brian Laundrie ID was bodied. Brian Laundrie's body was ID'd. I guess that was Miss Laundrie. I guess this is Miss Laundrie in a black dress before Brian was identified. Also, what else? Police said they made a mistake. They thought Miss Laundrie was Brian Laundrie. So let's continue this show. All right, let's continue. They thought Mr. Laundrie was his mom, Roberta Laundrie. I don't understand how you can mistake a man for a woman or a woman for a man. I don't understand that. But let's get into this video. There's a very good possibility Brian Laundrie was dead when police mistake his mom for him September 15th, when they returned the car from the Carlton Reserve. So again, it's a very slow week. Beginning of the week in this case. There's really not much to talk about in this case. But police in Northport do not believe that the misidentification between Brian Laundrie and his mother, Roberta, the week he went missing had a major overall impact on the investigation. A spokesperson for the department says, let's continue. Other than confusion, it's likely changed nothing. There is a very good possibility that Brian was already deceased, he said. So they're saying Mr. Laundrie was dead by the 15th of September. This is WFLA. They speculate he was dead by September 15th. That means, if this is true, he only lasted 2 days in a reserve. Let's continue. Now, what is this? The Laundrie Attroney. So he's been making his rounds on the news circuit. He's been here, there, everywhere. People have said he contradicted himself, or what he said before didn't make sense with other interviews. But let's see what he said this time. The attorney for Mr. Laundrie says mistakes were made by Northport police in the investigation into the disappearance of their son has caused a slew of false allegations against his clients. A slew of false allegations. I guess people still believe the parents have something to do with this. The attorney for the family of Brian Laundrie says mistakes made by Northport police in their investigation into his disappearance and death had caused a slew of false allegations. He states you can't blame the family because the police didn't know enough to follow someone they were obviously surveilling. Petito responded to reports from Northport police detailing the surveillance operation that led them to believe that they knew Brian's whereabouts in the following weeks following Gabby Petito's disappearance and death. So they didn't follow him when he left home the 13th in the Mustang. I guess they were out getting donuts and coffee, the police were. We don't know. We just don't know. Valentino referenced an interview with Northport Police spokesperson Josh Taylor, in which he stated that the surveillance of Brian Laundrie had been flawed. At one point, investigators believed that Brian had left the house in the Ford Mustang. Taylor says they now believe the person who left the house was Roberta Laundrie. Again, how do you confuse an old woman with a young 23-year-old man? Nobody really knows. Let me skim through this. Everyone makes mistakes, but Brian and Roberta are not built the same. Moreover, it was NPPD that put the ticket on the Mustang at the park. And if they saw Brian leave on Monday in the Mustangs, which is news to me. So Mr. Laundrie's car was spotted by police, I believe the 14th, before the parents came and picked it up on the 15th. Police put a ticket on the car September 14th. The parents were also out there around that time. They left a note for Brian on the car. Then they came back on the 15th to pick up the car. Let me skim through this. Now, the clear have made a difference with respect to Brian Levy because some have been printed off other limits to some against all the false accusations. You know, mainstream media fueled the belief the parents are hiding something. They just fueled that belief over and over with their Fox, CNN, MSNBC. Over and over, they had their correspondents, their experts on, saying things like Laundrie parents are hiding something, or putting an article out saying Laundrie parents made a mistake on the day they actually saw their son, which was true, but the way it's written made it seem like they were lying. Another article stated Laundrie parents lied about the whereabouts of the car, which was a lie. The car was at Maikachi Park the entire time, Carlton Reserve. So, Valentino went on to say, I concur with Mr. Taylor that Brian may have already been deceased when police realized that they lost track of him. However, you can't blame the family because the police didn't know enough to follow someone they were obviously surveilling. This is a tragedy for both families. He was reported missing on the 17th. Last skeleton remains. Now, I don't understand how it's possible. How is it possible they know he was dead September 15th? Now, the lawyer says, well, I believe what NPDD says, that he may have been dead September 15th. How do you know that? Like, how do you know that? Let's continue. That's really it. The lawyer hasn't came out and said anything new. There's really nothing new in this case. It's been a bunch of dull updates. I mean, the mom wearing a black dress, that's boring. A water bottle was found, that's boring. Police thought the mom was the son was the mom, that's so boring. So there's nothing new in this case. I see people still making videos about this case, and I'm like, there's nothing new. Why are you making videos? Are you talking about the attorney? Right? The attorney, he hasn't said anything exciting for me to talk about. I'm serious. Nothing for me to talk about that's exciting. All right, anything else in this case? Nope, nothing else in this case. All right, this has been Awkward Occurrence or Awkward Entertainment, and I will see you in the next video.